Let me start with some NBA action by getting into the Golden State Warriors. I don't know if y'all missed it, but they're below average. They're 16 and 17. They're the 11th seed in the Western Conference. They're a half game behind the Los Angeles Lakers for the 10th seed, and you know you got to be one of the top 10 teams in a conference to even be eligible to be in a play-in tournament. Now, this is a four-time champion that I'm talking about here, meaning Steph Curry, meaning Klay Thompson, meaning the now suspended Draymond Green. And I'm looking at the Golden State Warriors and especially Coach Steve Kerr right now, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? I don't understand it. But I think I'm getting more clarity on all of this, okay? The point that I'm trying to make to you is this. When you look at the Golden State Warriors right now, I'm seeing a guy in Steph Curry that every time I see his name and every time I watch this brother play, I want to give my condolences. It's like a damn epitaph is being written about him. Because this brother is averaging 27.6 points per game. Clearly still one of the elite players in the game. Clearly the greatest shooter that God ever created, okay? And after last season and the season before that when he actually won the championship, at age 35, what is this brother doing? What is he doing exactly? He's shooting 45% from the field. He's shooting 41% from three-point range. He's averaging 27.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, 4.6 assists per game. Where's everybody else at? I could bring up Klay Thompson, but he's been getting a bit better. He's shooting 37.7% from the field, even though I'm accustomed to seeing him shoot better than 40% from three-point range. But that's neither here nor there. He's only shooting 42% from the field. He could do better. He's averaging 16.7 points. I expected better, but I still believe in Klay Thompson. And I'm still here to say that the epitaph shouldn't be written on the Golden State Warriors because when Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are hot together, look the hell out. Very few people are beating them when they are hot together. Make no mistake about that. So that's how I view the Golden State Warriors. But I'm going to take it a step further. And I'm going to look at Steve Kerr. I'm going to look at Steve Kerr and I'm going to ask, what about Jonathan Kuminga? He's been developing. He's getting better. He's averaging 12.7 points per game. What about this guy, Podziemski? What about him? You've got some young talent. What about the development of Moses Moody, who I'm still waiting for? The brother plays on both ends of the floor, can shoot, can defend. Somehow, some way, he's only giving you 18 minutes a night. At some point in time, we've got to point to the lack of player development. I'm talking about expediting the process. Kuminga and Moody have been on the squad for a while. He's a rookie. But when you look at the Golden State Warriors and you know anything about Joe Lacob, he's not trying to stand still. And then recently we heard Steph Curry commenting. What did Steph Curry say? Because he was asked about his team and he said, quote, you don't want to be chasing a playoff berth without some kind of safety net in the standings. Curry, according to reports, inferred that a team probably just isn't good if it is still under 500 come January 1st. He said this before the turn of the new year. And the key word there is inferred because he didn't say that specifically. I quoted you on what he said, but we're allowed to deduce that 1 + 1 = 2, damn it. And that's what he basically was saying in a lot of people's eyes. Well, let's quote Coach Steve Kerr and new GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. directly. Let's quote him directly. Steve Kerr, you're 32 games in, which was before they lost and won over the last two games, and obviously they're 16 and 17 now, before they won the last game in Orlando, actually. He said, you're 32 games in. You're not quite at the halfway point, but you have a pretty good sense of where you stand in the league. We are not where we want to be. That is what Steve Kerr said. You're Mike Dunleavy Jr., who succeeded Bob Myers, my compatriot now, my partner in crime on NBA Countdown for ABC. What does he say? Our record is going to have to change. We're going to have to creep past 500 and start winning some games. And if not, we'll have to reevaluate. Let me tell you what that word reevaluate means. It means somebody's going to have to go. It means as the trading deadline approaches in February, consideration has to be given to making a change. It means once this summer rolls around, there definitely has to be change. Could that mean Klay Thompson? Could that mean Draymond Green? I think that if it is any of those guys, I think it has to be one of the young boys that you're going to take with you, either Kuminga or Moody or somebody. It's going to have to be in order for you to get equitable compensation in return. Now, here's what I'm thinking. Draymond Green, obviously, he's got issues to deal with, and we understand that. I'm wishing the brother nothing but the best. I love the brother. You ain't going to get me to say anything bad about Draymond Green. Has he made mistakes? Absolutely. Should he be held accountable for those mistakes? Absolutely. But the man's a 4-time champion. And when he's not on the court with them, they ain't the same team. When he is on the court with them, they're a much better team than they are without him. His defense, his playmaking ability, the synergy that he has with both Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, I don't think that can be ignored. And I ain't sleeping on Draymond by 1 second. Klay Thompson is a different matter only in this regard. The nasty injuries, the ACL, the Achilles that he incurred that forced him to miss 2 years. Some people would say he's never looked the same. I say it doesn't really matter that much because when you can shoot, you can shoot. And as long as he's making those shots, that's fine. He may not be able to gain the level of separation that he once could, but in the end, he's still a better shooter than most people on the planet in the history of the game. I think Klay Thompson at his best is a top 5 shooter in the history of basketball. He's a surefire first ballot future Hall of Famer without question. But that doesn't mean this situation is going to continue to be ideal for him. And if Klay Thompson is going to go anywhere, to me, there's only one perfect destination for him. I say 2, I apologize. 2. That would be the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Because let me tell you something right now, I don't give a damn how Klay Thompson look. In his sleep, he's better than most of the people we see shooting for the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay? They so bad at shooting, some people should argue, some people they should shoot themselves. That's how damn bad they are shooting the damn basketball at times. I'm not talking about LeBron and AD. I'm talking about everybody else. I don't care how much I was riding AD. I'm not blind. The dude is a defensive player of the year candidate. He's walking around averaging 25 and 12. He's clearly looked like the best player on the Los Angeles Lakers half the nights, the other half belonging to LeBron James. And he's fulfilling his obligation to that franchise because he's on the court. He's only missed a couple of games. I thought I would win the bet with Club Shay himself, Shannon Sharp, by swearing that Anthony Davis was going to miss 17, 18 games by Valentine's Day. Clearly, I was wrong. Because unless something catastrophic happens, which I am not wishing for, Anthony Davis is going to make sure that Shannon Sharp wins that bet with me. Fair enough. I'm happy because when the Lakers are winning, it keeps me in L.A. It keeps times in L.A. interesting, which works for me. But the rest of these dudes, these bandits, half of them stealing money from Jeannie Buss, something's got to give. Klay Thompson in a Los Angeles Laker uniform is special. I don't care what anybody say. You got to deal with LeBron and AD. Klay Thompson going to get some open shots. You got to deal with them brothers. Klay Thompson going to get some open shots. And remember, he don't need much room. And he don't need much space. And he don't need much time because the release is quick. Him playing with those guys, with his shooting prowess, oh, that would be special. There's only one other place that would be arguably as sufficient for Klay Thompson. And that would be the Philadelphia 76ers. Klay Thompson with Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Damn, I can't figure out which one I want to win more. I'll say the Lakers, though. Father's Michael Thompson. Does radio color commentary for Laker games. All right. Won a championship with the Los Angeles Lakers. Won a couple of them. And on top of it all, that's, Klay Thompson's familiar with that area of the country. He was raised. That brother loved Los Angeles. If he can't be in Golden State, that's the place for him to be. Plain and simple. But the Warriors got to do something. And I just wanted to say that. 2 for 1 or, 1 for or 3 for 1 trade, something like that. You got to do something. But Andrew Wiggins is another name I can't escape. You see, Andrew Wiggins has validated why I don't particularly like him so much as a basketball player. This is a former number 1 overall pick in the NBA, drafted number 1 overall in 2014. The brother could have been the MVP of the finals when they beat Boston a couple of years back. So this is not an indictment against his ability. But on far too many occasions, he's walking around like he's comatose, like he's a damn zombie. The other night against Orlando, they won the game. He scores 10 points. You see the game Andrew Wiggins has on them? What possible excuse could you have for scoring 10 points? What possible excuse could you have for averaging 12.7 points per game, particularly with Draymond out? Don't they need you to step up? Last year, he missed a whole bunch of games because of personal reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. And I ain't getting into his personal business. That's his business to tell. But what I will tell you is this. I'm one of those guys, and I'm going to say this, and it's going to ruffle people the wrong way, but so be it. I'm highly sensitive to anybody with any kind of personal issues. Mental, emotional, physical, family issues. I get it. But I got this little philosophy, and I'm looking at one of my employees, Sherry, here. I'm saying this. Not to direct it at her, because I'm just talking to my sister here. Yes, she's a sister. Whatever problems you have, if you're mindful and cognizant enough to make sure the checks in the bank account, shouldn't you be equally mindful enough to show up to work, to justify? I don't recall the Golden State Warriors taking back the money they were paying Andrew Wiggins when he missed them damn games last year. He wasn't Klay Thompson that tore his Achilles and the ACL back-to-back years, not necessarily in that order. He wasn't some Steph Curry from years ago with the foot injuries. How the hell you I'm going through it. So I can't show up to work, but you can damn sure go to the bank to make sure the money's in the account. You can damn sure order Uber Eats and make sure you eating and all of this other stuff. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. Golden State's got to get it together. That's all I want to say. Too much stuff has been tolerated. A lot of times it's been by Steve Kerr. I respect Steve Kerr, but I don't always agree with him, and I'll just leave it at that. But that's all I wanted to say about that. That's really all I want to say about that. Golden State Warriors got to get it together because basketball is more fun to watch when Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are relevant. And Draymond Green. When they're relevant, basketball is more fun to watch. I truly, truly believe that. Draymond Green, nothing but the best for you, my brother. Hurry up, bro. Get the hell back. Adam Silver, y'all connect with him. Find out what progress he's making. Get the hell back. Because basketball needs all of them. We need the Golden State Warriors relevant. But not as much as we used to. And I'll explain in a few minutes what I mean by that. Because you'll be very surprised. As much as I want to see the Golden State Warriors, I can't knock people who are not going to miss them that much because of other stuff percolating within the Western Conference. Just stick around. I'll get back to that in a second.